What's up, YouTube? I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. In today's video, we are ranking every gun in Season 12 of Apex Legends. No need for a longer intro. Let's get right into it. Also, guys, I just want to say again, thank you so much for letting us hit our first milestone on YouTube, which was 100 subscribers. If you have not already, feel free to do so. It means the world to me, and it supports the channel out so much. Also, make sure to like the video so YouTube continues to push it out. Let's rank these guns. Alright guys, so the rule that we're using in this video is we're ranking these guns based on no attachments, no help, just the guns how they are. Alright, let's get into it. For me, at dead last, it's the P2020. I mean, do I need to say anything? Okay. Coming in right in front of it, we'll go the RE45. It's not much better, but I would probably get a slight edge, but I try not to use either one of these guns. Maybe because I can't hit my shots with them, but it's whatever. The third gun is our first shotgun on the list at the EVA 8. Now, I think this gun does some damage, but the range on it is just, it's worse out of all the shotguns in my opinion, and I try not to use it, but if I have to, I will, but try not to use it. And the fourth weapon is the bow check. I don't know if you guys like the bow check, but for me, I feel like I can't hit anything with it. Maybe I'm just bad. Don't answer that in the comments. I'm sure in the right hands, it's a great gun, but for me personally, I try not to use it, and it's my list, so you know what? I'm going to put it where I want to. And in front of the bow check, I'm putting the Devotion. Now, this gun is by far the best in D tier, but I probably still wouldn't try to use it. Alright, that's all I have for D tier. Let's get into C tier. First up in C tier, we have the Mose Beak. I always feel like I say that gun wrong. Now, to me, with attachments, this gun is one of the best guns in Season 12, with hammer points, a decent sight. I feel like you can do some solid damage, and if you have a trigger finger, it's even better. But like I said, we're ranking these without any attachments, so it is where it is, and that's where it's staying. And right above that, I'm putting the Sentinel. For a long-range weapon, it really has a bad drop, and I feel like I'm shooting, I don't know, Nerf bullets sometimes when I'm trying to snipe with it. Now, in a medium range, I feel like I can do some solid damage with this gun, and in fact, I have some pretty cool shots with it, but if it's to me, this is a sniper, and I feel like there's so many, it's the worst of all the snipers, and I'm not counting the bow check, so don't even say it in the comments, alright? Sentinel, C, right above the Mose, yeah. Alright, right above the Sentinel, I'm putting the L-Star. Now, I actually think this gun's insanely underrated, and I heard before it used to be really good in past seasons when I didn't play, but for right now, I think in the middle-ish of C, I think it's where it belongs. I'll grab it if I'm grabbing loot just because people landed with me, yada yada, but I'm not going out of my way to get this gun. I think it deserves mid-C. Right above the L-Star, I'm putting the Havoc. Now, with attachments, the Havoc is actually, in my opinion, one of the best guns in the game, but without attachments, it just takes too much time, and I feel like your opponent can get way too many shots on you when you're trying to sit out in the open, you're peeking, and the thing's taking its sweet time to shoot. I'm just not going to mess with it without attachments. I'm not going to go out of my way to go find attachments for a gun. If it makes it to where it's usable, it's just, I'm not going to go do it. I think without attachments, it's definitely a C weapon. And I think people are going to think this is a little high, but I'm putting the 30-30 above, if it'll let me, the Havoc. Now, a lot of people do not like this weapon, but for me, it's so versatile. I think if you can hit your shots and you know how to use the gun, you can really do some damage. Now, not in a close quarters battle, I get that, whatever. But I feel like if you're trying to tap somebody in mid-range, I think this is one of the best guns to do it. And it's my list, so I'm putting it there. And above the 30-30, I'm putting the Prowler. Now, the Prowler is definitely one of those guns, if you hit your shots, you can really use it well. If you don't, if you miss a burst, you're really in trouble when you use this gun. So in the right hands, it could be maybe B, high B. But for me, I feel like I'm inconsistent with it sometimes, so I'm going to put it in C. Above the Prowler, I'm actually going to put the Alternator right here. If it'll, just let me. Now, the Alternator, especially in Season 12, and especially for new players, the time to kill takes a little bit, but it's really easy to use. So if you don't have the best aim in the world, I feel like this is the gun you want to grab right off the bat. I think it can be a great secondary weapon, especially if your other weapon is just for long range. I like it there. I like it right there. And I feel like this is going to be a little controversial as well, but I'm putting the longbow at the top of C. Now, I definitely like the longbow better than the 30-30 and better than the Sentinel, but it's still not, it's up there, but it's not one of the best long-range weapons in the game, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to stay right there. All right, to start off B, we're going to go with the charge rifle. Now, I love the damage that this gun does, but I feel like you need a lot of ammo to actually use the gun. This gun goes through ammo like I go through excuses when I'm playing Apex Legends with my friends. It's a really good gun, but I think it's fine right there at the beginning of B, at the bottom of B. Right in front of the charge rifle, I'm actually going to put the Hemlock. Now, for me, I don't like the Hemlock on a burst, but I love it on single fire. If you can hit your shots, it's one of the better guns in the game, and I always find it for some reason. In Season 12, I'm always finding it in loot right when I drop, so I've grown to love it. I think the gun not only deserves to be where it is, but it's right for it to be right above the charge rifle. I like the gun where it is because if I'm dropping and I see a charge rifle and I see a Hemlock beside each other, I'm probably grabbing the Hemlock, putting it on single fire, and doing some damage, hopefully. It's good right there. Right above the Hemlock, we're putting the Rampage. Now, if you don't know how to control this weapon, you're gonna really struggle early with it. So I say go to the practice range and, well, practice with it. It has a little bit of a charge up for me, but once you get it going, if you're in a medium range gunfight, it's dangerous to say the least. Since I started playing Apex, I found this gun and I fell in love with it. So I learned how to use it and how to control it. Took me a minute, but this gun's great. Just if you can find it, I say grab it every single time. But if you can't use it, that's fine. But I like where it is in the list. Coming back with the shotguns, we got the Mastiff. If you can hit your shots, this gun is disgusting. In Season 12, I'm seeing a lot of shotguns, so I'm pretty sure shotguns are going to be the meta going forward. Especially with legends like Mad Maggie, shotguns are going crazy right now. If you're not a shotgun person, I would understand if you would put this gun a little bit lower, but the damage it does if you hit your shots, doing my best here. It's really one of the better guns in the game. I love it right here, and I'm loving using it in the game. And right above that shotgun, another shotgun, the Peacekeeper, I think is the best shotgun in the game. Well, you know what I mean. Again, hit your shots, you will be happy, with the gun. I don't know about you guys, but most of my fights in Apex Legends are close quarters, especially when you use legends like Mad Maggie, who really benefit from these type of weapons. I love where it is. I'm starting to really like shotguns in the game. Let me know what you guys feel about shotguns in the comments. All right, Peacekeepers at the top of B. Let's see what starts A. Starting A strong, the Wingman. Now, at first, I wouldn't touch this gun because I thought it was garbage, but I was just garbage with the gun. If you're one of my teammates, I'm sorry. But when you take time to actually learn this weapon and you can actually finally hit your shots with it, it's easily one of the best guns in the game. If I can find the Wingman on drop, I'm 99% of the time gonna grab the Wingman. It's a great start to A. Right above the Wingman, I'm going the R90. Let me do it. 9. Now this gun's similar to the Prowler. If you can hit your shots with it, it's very deadly. If you miss your shots with it, especially the opening shots, you're in trouble. Maybe don't use this gun. I probably put this gun a little bit higher if I can get an extended mag, but where it is, if it's just picking it up, I like it right here. It's a very viable weapon. That was a big word. And right above the R99, I'm going the Flatline. Now, the reason the Flatline's a little bit lower than I'm sure some of you have it is because it's not on ground anymore. Now, you can get it every game now, which is really cool, but it saw a little bit of a nerf as well. Talking too fast. I still love this weapon. If I can get it, I will, but I'm probably not going to go out of my way to get it in this season. What's above the Flatline, you may ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's see. I'm going the car. Go. Yeah, go. The car has slowly but surely become one of my favorite guns in Apex Legends. It packs a punch. I love the firing rate and I love the damage it deals. I found myself every time I find the car, I'm probably going to pick it up and I'm probably going to keep it for the rest of the game. Big fan. Huge. And right above the car, I'm going to go the best ground sniper in the game, in my opinion, the triple take. When I learned how to use this gun, when I learned what the gun is all about, what it can do, the drop, whatever, it is so good. I am so glad I listened to my buddies. Yeah, I used to like the Sentinel more than the triple take. Yeah, but I came to my senses. I started using my head rather than my... the triple take is one of the best guns in the game, and if I see it, I will grab it unless I see... We'll get to that. The moment you've all been waiting for, S tier. Starting off S tier strong, the new king of ground loot, the R301. Since the Flatline is no longer on the ground, the R301 is undoubtedly the best gun on the ground. I love how the gun handles. I love the damage it does. Even without attachments, it's undoubtedly the best. I love this gun. This gun might be one of the sole reasons that I started playing Apex. No. It's good. I like the gun. Now we're getting to the good stuff. That's all the ground loot and everything else except the stuff that comes in the care packages. This is the part I've been waiting for. Let's get into it. Starting off strong with the G7. There you go. Now the G7 is a very, very, very good gun, but as far as all the guns that come in the care package, it's probably the least exciting. If you can get it, I would get it 10 out of 10 times. It's a great gun, but not the best out of what you can get in it. Above the G7, we're putting the Volt. Everyone knows the Volt's one of the best guns in Apex Legends, and it's so good that it deserves to be in the care package. If you guys have seen one of my streams, you've probably seen me run to a care package, and you've seen me see a Volt, and you've seen me grab said Volt, and hopefully I didn't miss my shots. But if I didn't, I'm glad you saw that. The Volt's a great gun, and it always has been, and it probably always will be. Will be? Two more guns. What's the second best? I wonder what it is. Let's not kid ourselves. The Spitfire is the second best gun in Apex Legends. I love how much damage this gun can do with just one clip, and I feel like a much better player than I actually am with the gun. And for that sole purpose, it's the second best gun in Apex Legends. Well, guys, what's number one? What do you think number one is? The Kraber will always be the best weapon in Apex Legends, for the sole reason that you can one-tap anyone from anywhere on the map if you can see them. That right there, that's a good list. If I tell you what, from the Kraber all the way down to the P2020, each gun has its own way to make it viable. I like how the list is right here, but if there were attachments, like maybe we can do a list where we put maxed out guns, that'd probably change the list a lot, but from where we did it with no attachments, just getting the gun, this is where I have it. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like so it pushes out to more people on YouTube. Subscribe to support me, the channel, and so you don't miss anything else. Let me know what you thought about the list and what you would change about the list in the comments. Alright guys, I'll see you on the next one.